Everything is... Okay. Can you hear me okay? I need to lint roll the mic. You're being lint rolled. Is that loud? I'm trying to make sure it's not too loud. Or maybe you guys like it. Maybe it's like ASMR. Is that ASMR? Leo, huh? Alright, I had to lint roll my mic. My setup is a little janky today. My camera is a little precarious as well. It's kind of broken, my camera arm, and so it's a webcam that has like a little screwy bit in it, and then it sticks into the arm. But the screwy bit is what is it called? Stripped. It is stripped. So yeah, I was fiddling with it a little bit before. So I will have to buy a new camera eventually. Right now it seems okay. Super cool. I use this webcam. Like if I have an interview, for example, I have to take it out and I use the same webcam. So I do need it. But I saw like an Instagram ad for this new like Logitech camera that they're making for like this sort of very purpose. And I was like, whoa, Instagram knows what I need. That's exactly what I need. And so when that comes out, maybe I'll consider investing in it since I do these sort of streams a lot. This is also my first stream with my new phone. Which hopefully doesn't have any problems. Hopefully it doesn't have any problems. And hopefully the connection is okay. I have not attached it to the cooler. I'm gonna test it. It's not too hot today either, and it's a new phone, so hopefully it doesn't have issues overheating, but it will be a bit of a test. And so we'll see how it goes. Also, the cooler bit that goes at the back of the phone, this one, it uses like a USB-C, which now the new iPhones use a USB-C. I only have one USB-C charger connected to my computer right now, so I can't run the cooler and the phone at the same time currently. I need to buy another charger cable that's long enough to do that. So that's another reason why I can't. Anyway, explaining my setup. I know no one cares, but yeah. I also didn't put on nail polish today so that we can try the nail trick that you guys told me about last time. We'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. I'm also debating if I wanna line this. I feel like mostly white Gunpla doesn't look nice lined. Do you guys agree with me? I feel like I should buy a gray liner because I feel like with mostly white Gunpla, gray liner looks nicer. The black is a little too stark, don't you think? Yeah, you want to use gray panel line? See, I don't have gray panel line. A mistake on my part, but well, you do with what you have, I suppose. Maybe I should have bought that before the stream, but I did not. It's an oversight on my part. It's been a crazy week. Hasn't it been crazy, guys? I feel like I haven't spoken to you guys in a very long time. This past month, I would say. But I say that every month. I would say especially the last 2 weeks. Especially the last 2 weeks, I feel like I haven't had like a single moment of like just relaxing. And it you know, kind of feels like the first time I'm like taking a breath. The next couple of weeks on my channel are gonna be kind of similar because it's a lot of So as you guys know, I've like talked about it before. Let's start doing stuff though before I start like getting into the conversation, because we can talk while we're doing this. But like, you know, I'm kind of shifting my focus into doing more like talking related content. I'm shifting away a bit from video games because I feel like everyone plays video games and I don't think it does very well on my channel. I still do Gunpla because one, I love doing Gunpla and it means a lot to me to do it here, and two, because you guys like it. But games, not so much. I feel like games, unless you have a really certain niche for the type of games you play, it doesn't really do well, and the discoverability is also not very good. It's especially hard for me because I'm like, I love games, but a lot of the games that I particularly love are not really streamable games. So as you guys know, I'm like a huge tactics and visual novel person, and neither of those are very good stream games. So it kind of puts me in this weird spot where I'm playing a lot of games that I'm not particularly good at, and I'll play them because I think they look cool or they're fun. But then I think people are like, oh, she like is bad at this game, which is fine. I don't care that people say that, but I think it's just like a thing where people don't really want to watch someone who's bad at the game, which is understandable because I wouldn't want to watch someone who's bad at a game that I like either. So it's just not really like, it's not really, you know, good for the brand, I suppose. And I also think I'm just not very entertaining when I play games. I don't talk very much, and I think a lot of my appeal is me talking, right? And when I play games, I just get, especially games that are like not, that are like more difficult for me, that I don't play very often, I end up just like concentrating a lot on the game and not on like conversation or whatever. Is this right? This doesn't look right. Well, it says that is right, so. I missed the God of War stream. So I actually did ask for perms for God of War Ragnarok, and we did not get them. Which is weird because we actually had perms for the other one. But again, it was like under different circumstances. Like the circumstances of how we get perms now is really different than what we did before. So I don't have perms for God of War anymore, so I can't play it on stream. You can thank Sony for that. I would have played that on stream if I could have. Especially now that I have a PlayStation, because that was one of the reasons why I wanted a PlayStation. And lo and behold, now I can't even play it. The Morrow CEO, we don't talk about him very often, but the Morrow CEO, the VNU CEO, he was like, Leo, you should play the God of War game. I was like, okay. And then I asked for perms and then we didn't get it, so there it is. Does that mean no games at all? No, it doesn't. If there's like a trendy game, like a VTuber game, all the VTubers are playing this game, I will play those games. Because that's the thing you gotta do. That's part of the game that you gotta play, being a VTuber, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do what's best for the channel. And what's best for my growth. I say this a lot, but I just gotta do what I gotta do to pay the bills, right? Plus, I don't think it's like, when I watch sometimes I'll watch my VODs of game streams, and I'm just like, holy shit, I would never watch me. I would never watch me. And you guys know I watch a lot of VTubers. Sometimes I'll watch my game VODs and I'm just like, damn, I'm really boring. 19. I'm sure you guys will say like, I don't think so. But you guys also, a lot of you guys will just watch whatever I play. Which I appreciate. but also, you know, that's not what brings in the new people and stuff, right? I really want to play. So for example, I asked for permissions for the fucking Suika game, the watermelon game. I really want to play the watermelon game. You guys know that that's like so up my alley, right? Like you guys know I love games like that. Yuza, thank you so much for 1 month of membership. Or I still have this. Happy 1 monthly, or the month flew by so fast. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will also go through all the old members maybe after this stream or on a different stream, because it might need to be a different stream because I have to like move my entire setup for me to look at the computer properly. So it might be best if I just do like a separate. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try this nail trick that you guys told me about, if I can hold this piece. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to be, because I'll be doing a lot of talk content, I'll be doing a lot of members, readings, and whatnot in like separate. I don't know if that really helped, but in like separate streams. I think like what I'm gonna do is, because I have like talk content planned, what I'll do instead of calling out every membership and all that stuff is I'll probably do them all separately in like once a week we'll do like a Zatsu / like me thanking people. I know like other VTubers do like Super Sundays and stuff like that. So it'll probably be something more similar to that. Akko-san, thank you so much for 15 months of membership. Really appreciate it. Master, thank you for the super chat. So when you bought a PS5 and didn't even get 3 streams out of it, shame. Shame. Same. My wife bought one for FF16 and never finished it. Suika game is so fun. Yeah, I really want to play Suika game. You guys know I love like puzzle games like that, so it's really up my alley. Yeah, the PS5 is... it's really unfortunate. I do want to play Bloodborne, but maybe kind of on my own time. Because we can't monetize off of any of those games. Any of the Souls-like games. So, not any of them, but you know what I mean. The FromSoft Souls-like games we're not allowed to monetize. So, probably not on stream. How many Zatsus are you planning? Well, like, you mean like real Zatsus, or you mean like talk streams? Like I said, I'll probably try to do like a Zatsu a month or something. And then I have like separate talk topic streams that I'll be doing. A lot of them with like other people, with guests. And I have like different points of conversation. Kind of like the 100 questions. Did you guys like the 100 questions stream, by the way? Honest answers only, please. If you didn't like it, that's okay. If you're like, oh, it was too long, didn't watch it, boring. Good to get feedback on that sort of stuff for me. Anyway. Where the fuck does this go? Like this? No, I think it's like this. Also, hopefully you guys don't hear my neighbors, but they've been really fucking loud all morning. I'm whispering because I think they can hear me. And I have my window open because it's nice outside today and I want ventilation just in case it starts getting hot in here. It was really fun. It was deep. You liked it. It was fun seeing you two bounce off each other so naturally. Loved it. No bias, by the way. 100 questions was very enjoyable. Was literally finishing watching the VOD this afternoon. Great to get to know Suri more. I like seeing you two bond. All right, cool. I mean, you know, when I ask you guys for honest opinions, I do hope you guys give me your honest opinions. You don't have to sugarcoat it. It helps me like figure out like what kind of content I want to do in the future. I really want to do the Aphantasia thing very soon because people keep bringing it up and asking me about it. Like the other day I was playing Valorant with the girls and like Sion was like, wait, Lyra, you don't have, or she's like, Lyra senpai, you don't have a internal monologue? Because Sion kept doing stuff and I kept going, Sion, you have a really intense internal monologue, don't you? And she was like, well, how did you know? Because she was like, sarcastically, she said that. Because she was, Sion like talks a lot to herself, like a lot. She also starts like singing to herself and stuff. And so I was like, you have a really intense internal monologue, don't you? Oh, is this wrong? No, I did this right. And yeah, so we were talking about that and I told her like, yeah, I don't have an internal monologue. And she was like, what the fuck? How do you think? And we started talking about it and I was kind of like, man, this is all very good content for the internal monologue / Aphantasia stream that I want to do. But it's a lot of to prepare. I'm trying to prepare it, and also because Siri also has Aphantasia, I wanted her to be like a guest on it, so that we could talk about it. But yeah, the segment name that I have thought of is gonna be called Head Empty, which I think is kind of a cute name, and it's like to the point a bit. It's not quite a fantastic or whatever it is that we were playing with before. But I'll give it like some sort of tagline, like VTubers and Aphantasia. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a play on No Thoughts Head Empty, except I was gonna put something like Many Thoughts Head Empty to imply that it's not No Thoughts, but it gets too long, so I'm just going with Head Empty. Yeah, so on the 100 question streams, if honest, I was a bit surprised you also answered all the 100 questions. I thought it'd be more fast-paced. So like, I was kind of debating. I was also thinking it was gonna be more fast-paced, but I think we like end up, like, you know, as I do with fucking everyone, we just end up chatting about stuff and like going on tangents. It's just like a VTuber personality trait to do that. So that was why it definitely did take longer than what I was hoping for. I mean, I think it worked out either way, but it is a long stream. And while I like doing long streams, and you guys know I like doing long streams aren't actually very good for longevity of the brand, if you know what I'm saying, because it's a lot harder for people to like catch up on VODs, and I don't have like super dedicated clippers yet. Like, we have clippers that we pay at VNU. As you guys know, Strider, who is a community member, has become one of those people, so that's what I upload on my own channel. But for example, we don't have like dedicated clippers, like for example like Nijisanji or Hololive does. Like every stream that Nijisanji or Hololive does, there's a clipper out there who clipped the entire stream, so you can consume that stream without consuming 8 hours of it, right? But for my channel, I'm not really quite there yet, so we don't have people doing that. Therefore, it's really disadvantageous for me to do long streams, even though I still tend to do that, because it's harder for people to catch up on VODs, and then it starts creating a more like exclusive like community atmosphere, which is something that is awesome for us who are all a part of the community, but it's not awesome for people who like are wanting to, who are like new to the community, right? Anyway, it's a lot of, these are a lot of the thoughts that go through my head when I think about my content, when I think about like how I should change. And I know that like these aren't like popular opinions or like the opinions of the community necessarily, and I'm not saying that it is, and I'm not saying that that's like the thing that has to be done or whatever, but I think you guys have to understand that there are things that I have to do because it is of like great benefit to me to do or to not do, and that's just the name of the game of content creation. It doesn't necessarily mean I like to do it, doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right thing to do per se, but if you want to survive it's a perilous world out there, content creation especially. It's a hard world to make it work, and yeah, unforgiving to say the least. Unforgiven, I'm a villain, nana. Unforgiven. Unforgiven. I'm always surprised when I find a song someone did in karaoke and apparently no one clipped it. See, like, that's the thing. Like, for example, legally, I'm not allowed to tell you guys, like, oh, you guys should clip my karaokes. So I'm not gonna say it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that legally I'm not allowed to say that, right? That's what I'm saying. But like anything that comes out of a karaoke stream, for example, technically it has to be unarchived for us. I'm not gonna say more, but karaoke streams are supposed to be unarchived for us. But if somebody else uploads it, what can we do about it? Right? Is all I'm saying. I'm sure you guys have seen other VTubers. Basically, anything other VTubers do and allow, you can just assume is allowed here. Is all I'm gonna say. But there are things that we're just legally not allowed to allow or say that we allow. Which way is it? This way. Yeah. Okay. Now we do the left arm. I honestly don't have interest in Gunpla, but I'm always drawn to these streams because they're a really chill environment. We can learn more about you. You're the reason I know V and you. Oh, I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you saying that. I know Gunpla's not everyone's shtick, but hopefully you can treat it more like a Zatsu. I appreciate you being here despite that. Despite you not having any interest. Oh, speaking of which, well, let me show you guys something cool. If I can do it without knocking everything off. I received this as a gift. And I believe in our next build stream, we'll build this. He's so cool. It's so big. It doesn't fit on the screen, but this is the Black War Greymon Figure Standard Amplified. And he looks very, very, very cool. The box is huge. A big boy. If you want to see some of the pieces, there's some really cool, like translucent pieces. And here's some of the other pieces if you're like curious. We'll definitely build this on stream. I'm thinking we'll build this next after the Calibarn, because we haven't done a Digimon build in a while. Or never, I mean. We've never done a Digimon build. We haven't done a non-Gundam build in a while is what I meant to say. Well, actually, I don't know if we've done a non... Oh, we have. We've done Kamen Rider 01, but that barely counts. He barely counts because he's like an easy kid. Yeah, so I've been like focusing on stuff like, you know, like 2 weebs in a pod, and focusing on doing other things like the Aphantasia stream that I was talking about, the segment even. I want to do like a intro to series because, you know, we've already done like a TCG one. I want to do one for Gunpla actually, for model kit building, how to get into Gunpla, what is high grade versus master grade, perfect grade, etc. I'm not an expert in these things at all, and I always give those disclaimers. So I always felt like nervous about talking about it, but recently I've had enough people like ask me or tell me like they got started with something because I introduced it on my stream, and that is enough for me to be like, you know what, I can talk to at least the basics of it, and hopefully that'll help people. So yeah, kind of want to do streams like that. I'd love an intro to Kamen Rider or someone who wants to get into it. I can do that, but one, I'm really not qualified for that one. That one especially, I really feel unqualified for it because I enjoy Kamen Rider, but very casually. Second of all, I feel like the only thing I can say is like Kamen Rider 01 is a really good starter Kamen Rider in my opinion. That's like about all I could feel like I could give advice to a new Kamen Rider fan. It's like, oh, you should start with 01 maybe. And I think just like going in with the knowledge that like the show is meant for children, like you have to treat it like any other show that is meant for children. You can't expect it to be an adult show. It has adult themes and sometimes it does feel very adult, but ultimately at the end of the day, it is a show for children and you have to treat it as such. I think a lot of Kamen Rider fans forget that actually, which is really toxic for the fan base because they'll criticize it as if it is not a children's show. And while I think all criticism is fair, you have to understand that any sort of product, almost everything is like a product, right? Even VTubers. This is like another overarching, we're going back to the topic we were having earlier. VTubers are ultimately a product, right? So even though I am a person and I'm a human being, to the company, I am a product / a number, and their investment is going to depend on how well that product is doing, right? Fortunately, this is not a place where a product can be shelved. So if it's not performing, you can't really like shelf the product like other companies would normally. But still, they could choose to give less investment or support to products that are not performing. That's a business decision, and I don't completely agree with it all the time, especially because, you know, of this and that. But ultimately, that's what VTubers are, and that's what corporate VTubers are going to be. And there are companies that are better about treating their employees or their streamers and talents less like products and more like people. And then there are companies that are worse at doing that. It just kind of depends by the company. And so a lot of VTubers tend to want to join VTuber companies that are known to treat their streamers better because they treat them as people and not as products. But ultimately you have to like understand, right, that when something is being treated as a product, which almost everything that is being created in a way is, especially when it's created by a corporation as opposed to like someone just doing it themselves, that there are going to be rules, there's going to be certain things that the company wants to do with the product and that they have to do with the product. So for example, with Kamen Rider, it is selling toys. The entirety of Kamen Rider, the purpose of Kamen Rider is to sell toys. Okay, like if you are going into Kamen Rider, you have to understand that their entire purpose, the reason why Kamen Rider exists is to sell the toys. That's the entire purpose of the company. So sometimes they'll make weird decisions or they'll do weird things in the show that don't make sense or are really campy or cheesy or shitty because they're trying to sell a toy. And you have to understand that. You have to like be accepting of that, right? Of that fact that there's gonna be like episodes that are just fucking like, why does this exist? Why is this happening? This adds nothing to the story. Yeah, you're right, because they're trying to sell a toy. Like that's the reality of it. What is this? Where's this from? But VTubers 2, ultimately for the company, there are very few companies that I would say, and this is like a VTuber hot take or whatever. There are very few companies where the CEO just actually is like, wow, I love VTubers and I just want VTubers to be happy and I just want VTubers to thrive and I want to create a company that allows that for VTubers. There's like, I don't actually, even of the companies that treat their VTubers well, I don't know if there's a single company where that's like their thought process coming into this. I think most companies create it because they see it as a lucrative business model. They're like, wow, I can make a lot of money out of this. And that's why they start doing it. And yeah, some companies might care more about the talents than others, but you know, that's just how it works. And that's why you're seeing all this drama about other small companies who treat their talents like shit, like whatever. It's like, that's just the name of the game. And it's just gonna be like that. And you know what? I know there's like a lot of drama about like, oh, this person left this company and then they re-debuted as like a different person in this company. Like, is that poaching? I'm like, you know what? Good. Good. I hope they get poached. I hope they get better benefits. I hope they are in a place where they are treated the way that they should be treated, in a way that the company cares about them. And I hope that that forces the company that they left to rethink everything that they've done and treat their people better so that their current people won't leave too. Right? That's what I hope. Was Nova here? Wait, did I miss Nova's comment? No. Why are you saying Nova? She's not here. But yeah. Yeah, no one needs to be poached if everyone was just like treating their talents properly, right? That would not be an issue. That would not be an issue if the... Oh, for Mohi Nova. I see. I thought you were talking about my friend Nova. Like, is there drama with Nova that I don't know? Is she in the chat? What's going on? Yeah. So it's just like one of those things where, you know, I get it. It sucks to see your favorite streamer graduate, but a lot of times if they're passionate about streaming, you'll be able to find them somewhere else. I'm sure that's like not the most kosher thing to say, but if you like them, you will find them somewhere else. And if they really like streaming, I feel like it's very rare for especially a corporate streamer to say something like, oh yeah, I'm leaving because health issues, but like not pop up somewhere else later. I feel like it's pretty rare, personally, that I've seen anyway. And I'm not saying that's not possible, but a lot of times I've seen people go like, oh yeah, I have this and this reason, I'm leaving, and then you just see them pop up somewhere else, which is fine. That's their prerogative. So I don't know, like I think like there's like people get really triggered with like the word graduation, or they get really sad, but usually I would say that it's for the better. I think the sad ones are like terminations. I mean, it's what's sad about termination is that means your Oshi did something wrong 90% of the time. Yeah, there's instances where the company did something wrong, but 90% of the time, if it's termination, your Oshi, you did something wrong. If it's graduation, your Oshi wanted to leave. So that's a good thing. That means your Oshi's gonna do something that they're more happy with, right? And if you like your Oshi as a person, then you're gonna be happy for them. But termination, usually there was an issue, right? So that's when it's like worrisome, because also even if they go indie, now you have like that thought in the back of your head like, oh shit, what did they do? Because you'll never know what they actually did, whether it was true or not. But now you have to like go in with like this paranoia, like was it her fault? Was it the company's fault? Like, I don't know. Who do I trust? And you'll never get the full story. Even if they tell you their story, that's not the full story. You don't know that. Which way is this? And you know, termination is yeah, it can be pretty scary. Graduation because of poor numbers? I don't think I've ever seen that. Like where the I mean, I've seen like talents graduating because they'd rather be indie, because they got a better deal at a different company. I don't know if that's what you mean by poor numbers, but like graduating because they're like not like Well, I guess that's more termination. Like if the company's terminating them because they're not putting out numbers. Sometimes I do miss the old models though. No, I agree with that. Especially like, you know, I'm not gonna act like I'm above this, but I have VTubers that I basically only like because I like the model. I mean, like their personality and voice is a plus, but I'm like very much like I'm 90% in there for the model. Oh, was there a sticker on this? Wait, there was a sticker and I missed it. 20. It's like the model's what draws you in and the personality is what gets you to stay, right? But then sometimes you like a VTuber and the model's what drew you in and the personality is what gets you to stay. But then they reincarnate and you're like, ooh, I don't like your new model at all. It's like hard to look at. That happens too. And that's absolutely valid and fair. I think also maybe because like I just have the more idol background. Graduation and stuff is like, it can be nerve-wracking because I think in VTubers it's a lot more likely for them to reincarnate, but with idols it's a lot less likely for them to reincarnate. But there are a lot of idols that do reincarnate still. If you guys missed, I forget what talk it was. Was it during my talk with Siri where I talked about this? But idols do the same thing. Japanese idols, by the way. I'm talking about Japanese idols, not Korean idols or anyone else. But basically, most Japanese idols have a stage name, kind of like a VTuber name. That's not their real name. And then when they graduate, they will change their name. Or if they reincarnate, sorry, not when they graduate. Usually when they like reincarnate, they'll change their name. And like, you know it's the same person because it's not like a VTuber where they can change their face because it's their actual face. So you'll know when you see your favorite idol in a different group. It's something that happens a lot in the idol industry, and it's just something you gotta like, just gotta accept and get used to. I mean, some idols do use their real names. But it depends. A lot of the Chica idols don't though. Are there idols who went and got surgery, cut their hair, and pretended to be a new person? I'm sure there are, but none that I have seen or have been a fan of. There must be though. Have you guys been watching Mask Girl? It's a Netflix Korean drama based off of a webtoon. It's about this girl who is like a cam streamer, but she doesn't show her face. She wears a mask because she's like ugly or something. And her coworker at her office recognizes her and knows that she is this girl that he watches on stream. And he basically is like parasocial with her, and he like threatens her, like, if you don't go out with me, I'm going to tell everyone that you are the masked streamer. And she freaks out and she kills him. And then so she gets plastic surgery, she changes her face, and then it's like a thriller about like her journey. Very, very interesting show. So if you guys are like into that stuff, you guys can watch it. It's a little too scary for me, so I haven't watched it. But my friend read the webtoon, so she was like telling me the synopsis of it. That's like the synopsis of the entire, it's like, I don't think it's spoilers. Maybe it's like spoilers for like the first episode, but it's kind of like if you said like, oh, Oshi no Ko, like the mom dies. Like, yeah, it is a spoiler, I guess, but it also is like the entire premise of the show. It's a Korean drama, yeah. It has Nana from After School / Orange Caramel, if you guys are like familiar with Korean celebrities. She's really hot. She's like the post-plastic surgery version of the girl. She plays the girl. She's really hot, so. What? The mom dies? I know. Holy shit. Yeah. Is this? Okay, I think that's in. So, I thought that was pretty interesting because it feels not too dissimilar from like VTubing stuff, but maybe that's what would freak me out about it more. Like I've had interviews where I'm like scared. I'm like, what if, like, because I don't put it in my resume that I'm a VTuber, obviously, because that seems really risky. Why does he feel so? I feel like I'm missing something here. I think I missed something here. I am missing something here. I was like, this looks wrong. He looks like a fucking giraffe. Like, what's happening? It's, it is missing. It's missing. What is it? What is it missing? What did I miss? D112. You wouldn't just write streamer? No, it's like too risky. So in an interview, I have told them that I freelance for a MCN. That's what I've told them. I freelance for an MCN, but I'm under NDA, so I can't tell them what MCN. And that I tell them that I manage talents, that I manage content creators. That's what I tell. That's what I tell them. An MCM, no, MCN. MCN is for like, what does MCN stand for? Something, content network. It's like it's like companies that manage YouTubers and stuff. Oh shit. I gotta bust out my part separator for this. Yeah, it's not totally a lie, so that's why I like to use it. Oh shit. I used the part separator, but this part is... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think I got hasty with it. Yeah, but I think it's rare for an MCN to own your IP, which is what most VTuber companies are, which is why I think VTuber companies aren't necessarily one-to-one with MCNs, because MCNs will manage YouTubers. But the YouTuber is essentially themselves. So the MCN can't own their IP. And if the YouTuber was to leave the MCN, they would technically be able to retain their IP because the IP is usually linked with their selves. Cat hair everywhere. Is it? Why does it look so ill-fitted? Okay, I think it went in. Yeah, I would say V Shoujo is closer to an MCN, but like MCNs are what like most like flesh tubers are usually associated with. Usually a lot of them are in an MCN. that is what, you know, they help them give opportunities for sponsorships and stuff like that. So, yeah. MCNs also, there's like, some MCNs have a shit reputation to know, like, you know, and most MCNs will take a cut from your profits. So, like, if you look at an MCN contract, a lot of times they are taking a cut from your profits. You are agreeing to give them a split, a revenue split as well. In exchange, they have stuff like they'll take you to events, they'll give you sponsorships, they'll like fly you out to resorts and shit. They will usually have like a studio, so you can like go film into their studio, stuff like that. Machinima is probably the most infamous. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one, but yeah, maybe you guys know that one. Thank you for the example. J-Man, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for your very first super cherry. Where do you get your Gunpla from? I'd really like to get into building these. Personally, I buy mine from a local store, which is not very helpful. But there's a lot of online places you can buy from. Like there's, what is the one? It's like Gundam USA, I think. And I believe Bandai has like, you can buy it officially on Bandai store now too, right? Yeah, USA Gundam store. I believe that's where a lot of people buy theirs. They have like the most, or Gundam Planet also has a lot of stuff. Yeah, thank you for the names in chat. If you're lucky enough, maybe you have a local store that sells them. Usually it'll be upcharged by a little bit, but you know, you guys know the drill. I always, oh shit, I was supposed to, I'm always like very, you know, you should try to support your local stores if you can. That's my shtick. Everyone's like, oh, Lyra, shut the fuck up. You say that like every stream. But that's what I believe in. Although I think buying off of like any US store is fine. As long as they're not importing it from Japan. I think it's usually the best. Because if you're importing from Japan, there's nothing wrong with importing from Japan. It's just that you're not giving numbers. You're not helping the numbers game. I can't remove it. Where's B22? Let's see what it looks like first. Maybe I don't have to remove it. Maybe I can just like live with this. I like touched grass yesterday. You guys know what I did yesterday? And maybe some of you guys will have also been there. It'd be kind of funny if you guys were there too. I went to the Sonic Symphony. I had to drive all the way out to, you guys know, to Los Angeles. Not just Los Angeles, fucking Hollywood, which is a whole thing. Fuck Hollywood. Yeah, I went to the Sonic Symphony. It was fucking lit. What's his name? It was like half of it was basically a rock concert. It was we saw Crush 40, which was like insane. And we also saw, oh, I can't put this in. This has to, oh, I gotta like separate it. I have to separate it somehow. Yeah, we saw Crush 40 and we saw the Screamo guy, What's his name? Kilton, whatever his name is. Quentin Tarantino, no! Quentin Tarantino. Saw Bill Clinton. Shut the fuck up. Just Symphony C or the originals. So it was Sonic Symphony, which is I think their first time doing this in the US. And it was, oh my god, I don't know if I can separate this without like damaging it. Oh shit. Give me a second. You guys don't know what I'm talking about? You guys are all fake Sonic fans. Fuck! Oh my god. Oh my god, how do I separate this? What do I do? What do I do? Maybe I can use this. Don't mind me. Just trying to separate. I'm like fucking up the inside of this. Give me a second. Ah! Fuck! Alright, how can I separate this? Oh man. Oh man, oh man. I don't know if I can. I'm using my like my puller, my keycap puller thing. Which part is it? It's the foot part. Do you have a knife? I do, but it's bending my knife, so I'm trying to use this to like pull it out like this. But I can't get a good grip on the red part. This looks like Sonic's shoe. God damn it. Can you bring it close to the camera? It's this shoe part. I can't. You have to wiggle it from the front and the back. I don't know if I can get it into the front. I'm scared I'm gonna scratch it up. Or dent it if I try to do it. Why does it need separation? Because this had to go in first. Oh, I'm making progress. I don't know if I'm breaking it, but... I don't know if that was progress, actually. I don't know if that made a difference. Ah! Yay, we did it. Yay. Let's pretend like nothing happened. Okay, we put this in here. Then we put this on top. Right? I don't want to ever take this apart again. Okay, yeah. Wow, great! I love that. We did first try. First try. 42. Just moving right along. Anyway, something that I thought was really funny, because you guys know how I always talk about Shadow is like my husbando. So like the funny thing was like at the fucking Sonic Symphony, I went to the girls' restroom after the concert ended, and then like every single fucking girl in that bathroom had a Sonic like something, or a shadow something is what I mean to say. It was fucking hilarious. Like I thought that was just so funny. I was like, all the girls know what's up. Like all the dudes there had like shadow or like Knuckles stuff, whatever. All the girls, every single one of them had shadow merchandise on them. And I was like, ah, yes, my people. These are my people. And there was this one girl that had like a shadow Ita bag, and I was like, I love that. I was talking to my roommate about it, and my roommate like hasn't really played much of the Sonic games, so she was like, I don't get it. Why does everyone like? Why do all the girls like Shadow? And I was like, okay, if you think about it, he's like the ideal man. The fact that he's like so in love with Maria that he's like willing to like destroy the world for her, like every girl's gonna find that romantic. You know what I mean? Just hits different. And he's like a tormented soul, right? Like he like got experimented on. He's like seen shit. And then you look at Sonic, you're like, what have you been through? Huh? Why, you know? So it makes sense. It all makes sense. It all comes full circle. Anyway, it was really awesome to hear a lot of those songs live. I went with 3 other friends. It was very cool. We had a good time. I did this twice. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. Also, in the Sonic Symphony, they were playing these songs from like, because they would show the trailers and stuff while they were playing them. And there was this one that was like a night. It was like Sonic and the Black Knight or something, apparently. I've never seen that series before in my life. Have you guys heard of that one? Sonic and the Black Knight. It was like Sonic with like a sword, and he was like in knight armor. It was actually great. It was a good game. It looked really cool. I was like, I've never seen this game before. I would play that. Also, Shadow in knightly armor was like, I didn't know I need that in my life, but now I know. He was like so hot. And like Sonic's full armor looked like Saint Seiya / Gundam. And that was really cool. They had like a magical girl transformation of Sonic turning like going into the full gold armor. Like if you guys look up Sonic and the Black Knight armor or something, probably you'll see it. It looks really cool. He looked very much like a Gundam. I was into it. He looked kind of like an SD Gundam. Yeah, it was really cool to see Crush 40 and fucking Quentin Tarantino or whatever his name is live. Like, you know, it's the Screamo guy that sings that Don't Look Down song. Do you guys... Man, no Sonic enjoyers in chat, really. Can't believe you guys. Don't look down. You don't know the song? Did you say Saint Seiya? I did. He looked like Saint Seiya. He looked like a Saint Seiya Gundam, but Sonic. Sonic Heroes was one of the best Sonic games ever, period. Kind of like how Kirby Air Ride was one of the best Kirby games ever, period. I will die on that hill. I need them to remake Kirby Air Ride, okay? That's like that's just... My childhood needs that. Kirby Air Ride was one of my favorite games like of all time ever, period. And my sister and I used to play the shit out of that game. Do you have Sonic game perms? I think we do. But I'm not very good at Sonic games, even though it's my childhood. The 3D Sonic games are my childhood, but I think the last game that I played that was similar was Rodea the Sky Soldier, which was like a spiritual successor to Sonic, and that was not great. So Sonic Frontiers was great. I recommend it. I've been listening to that one song that was also saying breaking I keep trying to say breaking the rock, but that's a Vanguard song. It's like breaking through or something. I've been really into that song. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Retro gaming streams? I'm not a retro gamer. Like, I mean, it's retro now, but for example, like one of the first games that I ever played in my life, besides like Pokemon and stuff, was Mario 64. You guys think I'm old, but I'm actually not. I am old, but I'm not that old. So retro games have never really been my thing. Also, retro games are hard. And as much as I'd like to pretend that I'm like a gamer, I don't have the like, I think I'm too old now for what you need to play retro games. Retro games are fucking hard. Like, I saw some streamers playing Donkey Kong Country, and like that gave me PTSD because when I was a kid, I memorized like every Donkey Kong. It was on the Game Boy Advance, I believe, the Donkey Kong Country on Game Boy Advance. I memorized all the mine shafts in that game because that was like, you know, back then like you only had one game, and that's like the one game that you played for like the rest of your life. Like you had to like pick the one game you're gonna play for the rest of your life. And that was one of them, and it was really fucking hard. And let's see, what is this? 15. And okay, sorry, I'm afraid of putting this wrong. And then so when Donkey Kong Country came out on Switch, I was like, the ice freeze one, I was like, oh, it's like my childhood. And then I played it and I was like, why the fuck is this game so hard? And like when Crash Bandicoot was like trending, people were like, you should play Crash Bandicoot. And I saw other people playing it and I was like, no, I am not. I am not playing that game. My mental capacity is not, I don't have enough mental capacity for that game. There we go. Platforming in 3D is horrible. I played Psychonauts not that long ago. Last year. I played Psychonauts last year. Have you guys played that game? I actually really enjoyed it. It was very difficult, but I really enjoyed it. I fucking love Spyro. I grew up on Spyro as well. I didn't own it because I didn't own a PlayStation 1. But I had a cousin who had Spyro, and every time I went to their house, I would play on their PlayStation 1, and I played the shit out of Spyro, and I loved it. So I actually bought the remaster, but the controls were like super jank, and I don't know if it's just because I'm like old now or like what, or I just like whatever, don't have like the patience for that shit anymore. But I could not play it. Flying in that was just also just not. Also, I think the game kept breaking on me. Yeah, thank you so much for 15 months of membership. Can I get it? I need more bullets. I need more bullets. I was saying that yesterday, and my friend was like cracking up because he was like, because I showed it to him, and he was like, oh, my other friend has been saying that like all the fucking time. Better weapon, better weapon. Now that is a weapon. Now that is a weapon. You're welcome, chat, if I've enlightened you to the I need more bullets guy. He's a treasure. Thinking about the cake. It is a lot of cake. You haven't played the second Psychonauts yet? The Psychonaut series was really good. The dialogue is also really good, and just a really great game in general that I genuinely enjoyed recently, even though I hate 3D platformers. Although there was that one map, was it like the circus map or something? That like actually like gave me a lot of PTSD too. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, I need this to be over. I think it was a circus map where you have to like jump. It's like a jump puzzle. Sounds a bit rough, yeah. Basil, thank you so much for 2 months of membership. Time flies when you're having fun. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, 3D platformers. What about Mario Galaxy? So I did own Mario Galaxy, and I like tried to play it, and I was like, this is not. I'm not good at this. This is not a game for me. And so I just watched somebody else play it. I'm just not good at them. I think I just have like really bad depth perception. So I've never been very good at 3D platformers. It's not my genre of choice. I mean, I think, see, this is why I'm also like kind of like I feel like I should like stray away from game streams. I'm like not a gamer. I like I'm not like a real gamer. I have games that I like, and a lot of times they're more like chill games, or like I like FPSs, which are like horrible stream games. I like visual novels, also horrible stream games. I like tactics games, horrible stream games. I like JRPGs in general, also horrible stream games. Those are the kind of games that I like. So, and I also like TCGs, which are, I guess, less horrible stream games, but also incredibly niche. And I'm also just like a weeb, right? So I don't like games that don't look weeby, and that happens to be a lot of games. So I'll usually like watch gameplay, like let's plays of a bunch of games for stories and stuff. Like Horizon Zero Dawn, I never played, but I watched the entire game, and that was one of the most incredible story experiences that I've ever seen in my life. Same with The Last of Us and Uncharted. I just watched other people play the entire game. I didn't play them myself. So yeah, like I grew up, you know, playing Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy X-2, and I grew up playing Disgaea and playing those type of games that I think aren't good stream games, and I think aren't really particularly like, oh, like these are gamer games. Like I like Souls-like too, but I think I get easily frustrated, and I get really stubborn about certain things. So I get a little caught up in that, which is not good. Like with Elden Ring, where I like kind of dug myself into a hole by being really stubborn about it. This goes this way. Yeah, so I don't really feel the need to like justify myself constantly, so that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to explain it if people are like confused as to why I'm like shifting away from game content and stuff. Like I am a very generally confident person, so I don't feel like weird about saying like I'm not good at games. Like I don't fucking care. I don't care if people think I'm bad at games because they're probably right. I don't care if people think like she doesn't know what she's doing because they're probably right. I don't care if people think that I'm not entertaining because they're also probably right. Like, those kind of things don't bother me. I'm too old. I'm too old to be bothered by people who have like time. Because I don't have that. Imagine having so much time. I always say this, but it really rings true for me. Imagine having so much time to like hate on people. I don't even have enough time to like the things that I like or do all the things that I want to do. Imagine having time to shit on people and to think negative thoughts about other people. I'm too busy thinking negative thoughts about myself. Like, you think I have time to think negative thoughts about other people? Like, no. I don't have time for that. Oh no, I did this in the wrong order. Okay, that was easy one. Thank God. This side goes like this. This goes in here first. Is that in? And then I stick this in here. In this economy, no can do. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many idols that I haven't watched yet. There's so many VTuber streams that I haven't caught up yet. I don't have time to hate somebody. There's so much shit that I want to do in my life. Genuinely envious of people who have the time to just hate on things and shit on things. I just don't have the mental capacity either. Like I said, I'm too busy being depressed and hating myself for no reason. It's just weird because like my depression is just so, you know, it's very unfounded. Like I said, I'm a very confident person. I'm like very confident in what I'm able to do. I'm very confident in what I believe that I'm good at. So a lot of the, I want to move my camera down a little bit actually. So a lot of my depression is really just like, just my brain telling me to kill itself, as opposed to like, oh, you are bad at this, or you suck at this, or, you know, whatever it is. It's just like a, what if you just killed yourself kind of thing, which is, I think, a bit different than what some other people deal with. Obviously, depression is like different for everyone. And everyone deals with it differently. Everyone has a different form of it, right? Wait, what? Does this go like this? What? What? Oh, like that. Okay, there we go. I know that they're not based in reality. It's easier to dismiss it. Mine are like, I do not have control over dismissing it or not. I think it'll be something that's really interesting to talk about when we start talking about aphantasia and stuff, because I think the way that mine works in my head is very different than the way that it works in other people's heads. Because I'm sure for people who have like a really strong internal monologue, like someone like Sion, if she has depression, it's like someone like telling you in your head to like kill yourself, right? For example, like, oh, you suck, you're bad at this, you're bad at that, whatever. And it's like it starts just like talking to you. Mine is not like that. Mine is like, it's actually, in a way, it's almost scarier because it's almost like a bodily function. It's almost like a bodily function that I have to fight. It's not a voice in my head. It's like almost like my body is like just trying to do the thing, as opposed to something telling me to do the thing. Maybe it's kind of scarier in a way. Now that I think about it. How far is the script for the stream? I don't like to script stuff because I think I sound really bad scripted, and I don't like following a script anyway. I think I do better just like talking. But I do need to prepare like less of a script and more of like a PowerPoint presentation and like slides where I like can at least organize like, okay, this is when I'm going to talk about this and this is when I'm going to talk about this, and then that way you guys have some sort of like visual guide too, so you're not just like staring into the void, into my model. So that's what I'm preparing, and that's hard because I don't have a script. I'm writing points that I want to talk about, but it is a lot like all over the place, and I have to think like, oh, what would be like a good visual guide for this thing, you know? I don't really know how to visualize. See, when you can't visualize things yourself, you don't know how to visualize things for other people, right? So PowerPoint making is a really big weakness of mine in that sense. Obviously, if I'm doing like a presentation, it's a lot easier for me to like do a PowerPoint on it because I can just present like the facts. But this is more like visualizing for you guys what it is for me or what these topics are, and that obviously is a lot harder. B19. Staring at models isn't a bad thing. Yeah, but it's also boring. It's like I need to have like Subway Surfers playing in the background for anyone to actually like watch my streams, right? Aphantasia pain, I know. But it's cool. I think like even if I don't have like too much on the screen, hopefully I can make it still interesting enough, and you guys will, maybe you guys will have a better understanding because you guys won't see anything. Or actually maybe you won't have a better understanding because you can just visualize things yourself. Do your own PowerPoint in your head. How about that, huh? All you imagination havers. You Fantasia havers. You can just visualize the entire PowerPoint in your head. Why do I gotta do the work for you? This is this way. This way. I'm tempted to talk a little bit about the science of it, but I really don't know shit about science. Like one of the few classes that I almost failed, and I'm like a failure Asian because I almost failed a class. I actually got a D at one. I had a D at one point. And I had to like do extra credit to like get it to not be a D, and I got like a C, I think, and then it was fine. I didn't have to retake it. But like science was one of those. I had a D in science. But also, I think science was hard because it was a lot about like memorizing diagrams. Same with certain maths. I had a really hard time because I just couldn't memorize diagrams. And it was like molecules and shit. And my teacher was also really bad at explaining things. Anyway, I was not a good student. I was a really bad student in high school. I just spent a lot of time playing MapleStory and Gaia Online. I hated school. School was not for me. Kokone, hello! Gaia Online, let's go. Literally spent so much time on Gaia Online. But you know, I did a lot of like role playing and stuff on Guy Online, and I believe that that is genuinely what allowed me to kind of go into fields like creative writing and whatnot and succeed in those places. So you know what? Thank you, Guy Online. Thank you, Guy Online. I could not imagine not being able to imagine math formulas and such. It's so important in my line of work, and I don't know how others can't are able to do math. Yeah, I see. The issue is, and I'll talk about this in the stream again as well. It's just one of those things where, like, I feel like I've seen so many. So recently, I've been watching some Aphantasia videos because I kind of want to see what other people say and maybe talk about those points that might be interesting that I didn't think that were interesting. So I've been like watching a bunch of Aphantasia videos, right? But the issue is that people keep saying like Aphantasia is not a disability, it's just a different way of life. And I was like, no, we have to treat it like a disability, because yeah, of course, I don't want to be treated like a disabled person, but also I personally find it very important to treat it like a disability, because you have to treat it like a disability. Otherwise, no one's going to pay attention to it. You need to treat it like a disability so that people will be taught in a different way, because otherwise school will never change. And I believe fundamentally that aphantasia, people who have aphantasia need to be taught in school in a different way than people who don't have aphantasia. I strongly believe that. You can't keep telling people who have aphantasia to use flashcards. It doesn't work. You have to treat it like a disability, because that way we can have like things that are more catered to our way of learning. It's like being like colorblind and then being told like in chemistry class that you have to write down the colors and that you're gonna be graded on it. Like, no. You can't do that. I don't know. I genuinely feel like it's one of those things that just needs more awareness as like an actual problem, and the more we keep treating it not like a problem, the less people are gonna care about it. And while I don't want to be like labeled as someone who is disabled, I would rather that and actually be able to like learn in a way that is conductive for my like learning than to be like, oh yeah, she doesn't have a problem, she's just stupid. I'd rather be like, oh yeah, she has aphantasia and that's why she's not doing well in this class, as opposed to she has a D because she's fucking stupid, right? Anyway. I mean, you guys have heard a lot of my like weird bullying stories. I'm sure that was not conducive to my learning, my education, growing up, of me, my relationship with school, being bullied and being pushed into lockers and whatever, all that shit, like having death threats on the phone. Was probably not conducive to my learning either. Or my desire to go to school or to learn. Yeah. So my gripes with the school system. And I know everyone's shitting on America, but like it's not like anywhere else in the world is doing that for people who have aphantasia either, so. And it's not their fault. I think people just generally don't know that it exists. Like a lot of you guys also told me that you guys didn't know it existed until I talked about it on my streams. So I don't think it's anyone's fault. I just don't think we should be treating it as like, it's not a disability, like it's just a different way of life. Like, no, we have to say it's a disability, because then kids will never have any sort of accommodations for it. Yeah, like no one wants to think of themselves as disabled, but also I don't want to be labeled as stupid. This, like this. Number one is B. We're gonna follow the numbers this time. B23. always rant about stuff. Anyway, yeah, the Sonic concert yesterday was really cool. I had a really good time. It was a lot of fun. A lot of it was like basically a rock concert. And like it was funny because I was, you know, they told me like, oh, it's a Sonic Symphony. It's an orchestral thing. So I like dressed up, not super nicely. I dressed up kind of casually, but I still dressed up like pretty nicely. Nicer than I would normally. And then all my friends show up dressed like in hoodies and jeans. One of the girls wore a skirt. But still, I was like, okay, I was not aware that we were not going to be like dressing up. But there was this group of guys that we saw there and it was freaking amazing. They were like each wearing a suit, but each of them were like, there was like a guy in a blue suit, a guy in a red suit, a guy in a yellow suit, and a guy in a black suit with a red vest. And I was like, oh my God, they're dressed up as Sonic characters in suits, except you can't really tell. Like, you know, like, you know, because you know what I mean? That was hilarious. That was like really funny. And then the guy like in the Sonic blue suit, he was wearing red shoes and everything. It was pretty great. I was like, that's so slick. They looked really good. Squad rolling up with a drip for real. Is this the right way? Yeah. I thought it was really cool. There were some people like in straight up cosplay, like they were wearing like a lot. I was like, you're gonna be comfortable in that? I'm also like a huge, like, I'm a sucker for like orchestral and live music. I'm a big orchestra person. Like I go to like Philharmonics for fun. Like that is like, I'm just one of those people. I haven't like done any of that stuff in a while though. I used to be like really into classical music. Now I don't even know if I could tell you who my favorite composers are anymore. I really like concertos, like piano concertos are some of my favorite. I'm like, my brain keeps going to jazz because I also like jazz. Do you like jazz? I also like jazz a lot, but I haven't kept up with that in a while too. So my brain can't handle a lot of like information at once. So it'll push out stuff once other stuff comes in. So right now I can't remember any of the, like I like Rachmaninoff a lot, for example. There's one composer I can think of off the top of my head. And with jazz, I really like... Who's the person who wrote Rhapsody in Blue? I keep trying to say Herbie Hancock, but it's not. Did you just make a B-movie reference? Maybe. I'm just like a general music enjoyer. I am a music enjoyer, so... I've played in orchestra before, yeah, but that was like in high school. I played in orchestra. I played in marching band. I was a nerd. I was one of those people. But, it's, I was never good at it, but I really enjoyed it. What'd I play? I played the violin. I also played the viola. And in band, I played trombone, and I was also in pit. I marched parades with trombone, and I marched, like marching band season, I was in pit. Because I couldn't memorize the formations. Probably also because of Aphantasia. You know, now that I think about it. It all comes back. It all comes back to Aphantasia. Marching formations, I was like, what the fuck? How do you memorize this? Like, a lot of memorization for me is like, muscle memory. So I'd have to just do it enough times to memorize it. I'm sure I could eventually do it, but it was definitely a lot harder for me. Do you cook with recipes or have you memorized them? I don't cook. I don't cook. I don't cook. And when I do cook, I either look at recipes or I'll just wing it. I kind of know that this works. I kind of know that this does this. I don't... You know, I was like talking to my roommate. We were talking about this yesterday, but both of us were like, neither of us like cooking. We cook because we have to, but we don't like cooking. Lately, a lot of times, my roommate's boyfriend cooks. He mostly cooks for us. Which is why I always say, like, I don't complain about him being here. Like, sometimes you guys are like, oh my god, your roommate's boyfriend lives with you, basically, and he doesn't pay rent. Like, yeah, well, I don't mind because he cooks, he takes out the trash. On trash days, he, like, takes out the trash can, and he... he plunges the toilets if they get clogged. You know, like, I don't have anything to complain about. Are you able to mentally mix flavors? No, what the fuck? Can you do that in your mind? You can mentally mix flavors in your mind? Are you shitting me? I cannot do that. To an extent, you can. I can imagine tastes and smells, but I don't think I can mentally mix flavors. I think taste and smells is something I can do. Like if I think about something, I can like almost taste it sometimes. Goddess powers for real? Yeah, what the fuck? What's happening? You have aphantasia and you can mentally mix flavors. See, that's why I think like all these things are like different components of your brain. Can you imagine biting into an ice cream and getting chills? No. I can imagine the flavor of ice cream though. This is an empty runner, so we're gonna toss that. Oh yeah. See, the issue is I can imagine the taste of ice cream. Like if you tell me a flavor of ice cream, I could try to imagine it, but I can't imagine biting into ice cream. Like biting into ice cream is an action and I can't imagine an action. This one is B15. Do you get scared of horror movies? Wait, what does that have to do with anything? I do get scared of horror movies. I don't have like paranoia after horror movies though. Like for example, you know, some people like can't sleep because they start like getting paranoid about stuff. I don't have that, if that's what you're asking. But I just have a hard time with horror movies because I think I have a hard time like almost like my fear. I can separate fiction and reality, but my fear cannot separate reality and fiction. I think that's what it is. Because my body is used to anything that I see is real. Like in my brain, if I can see it, that is like real to me. I've like never had an imaginary friend before, for example. Ohariora ohayo gozaimasu. I guess it's morning now. Who has had imaginary friends for real? Well, apparently a lot of people. Apparently that's like very normal. I was watching this whole thing about like about internal monologues, and they were saying that people who have had imaginary friends tend to have like stronger internal monologues as well. Or there's like kind of a correlation between having imaginary friends versus internal monologues. So if you have had an imaginary friend, you're more likely to have a stronger internal monologue, vice versa. Or you're likely to have like stronger hyperphantasia and stuff, which is the opposite of aphantasia, where you can imagine like fucking everything. Not fucking everything, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, chat. See, I have to say that shit because sometimes you guys make it weird. Someone's gonna be like, haha, she said to imagine fucking everything. Give me a second. Well, when you put it like that, well, guess what? You were right. Oh my god. 8. I'm gonna finish Calibarn on stream today though, which means that I might take a break later to eat something, because you guys know my eating is a little weird. My eating is a little weird right now. I need to eat my like lunch. No, weird. Like, because I wake up at like between 1 and 2. So I wake up, I have a piece of toast, and then I start streaming. And so streaming makes me really hungry. And also because I only had a piece of toast for breakfast, I usually eat lunch around 5 p.m. I eat lunch at 5 p.m. and then I have dinner at like midnight. So my eating schedule's a little weird. And yeah, so it just makes me like really hungry, especially if I stream. If I don't stream, I can like wait out until like 7 p.m. maybe to eat dinner or to eat lunch. My lunch. My roommate's dinner. But if I stream, it's a lot harder for me to do that because I get really hungry really fast. Interesting meal schedule. Yeah, well, I sleep at like 5, 6 in the morning, so my meal schedule is gonna be a little weird. I slept at 5 yesterday, so I woke up a little bit earlier today. I woke up at like 1:30, but also because I had construction going on, which was really fucking loud. How does this stay in place? Five in the morning or evening? 5 in the morning. I sleep at 5 in the morning and I wake up at 2 p.m. 5 a.m. is when 6 a.m. is when I sleep. 2 p.m. is when I wake up. I was playing, I had a little bit of time yesterday and my roommate was also being degen and one of our other friends was also being degen. So we were playing Sunhaven yesterday. Because my roommate and I have been looking at mods for Sunhaven. I don't know why we got on this topic, but we've been like really into looking at Sunhaven mods for fun. Like we just think it's like funny. And there's this one mod where they made everyone like super buff and muscly and it's just like really hilarious to us. Well, I don't want to use that mod. I want to use this other one where it's like they're like really cute. But we've been looking at Sunhaven mods, so we're like, we should play Sunhaven. And so we called up a bunch of our friends to play Sunhaven. And so we were playing that at like, we started at 2 in the morning and then we kind of stopped at like 5-ish or 5. And where was I going with that story? Oh yeah, I was just gonna say like, I'm not a really big fan of Stardew Valley. I've tried to play Stardew Valley multiple times now with multiple different people. The best time that I had playing Stardew Valley was one time I played with Tonya off stream. And Tonya is like a fucking expert at Stardew Valley. So she just like did everything and it was chill. But I liked Sunhaven a lot more. I think it's because they don't have like a stamina system. So you don't like faint after doing 2 things. So you can just do whatever you want. It's like a lot more chill. And it has a lot more like mechanics that feel closer to like don't starve, but without the actual starving part about it. So not having a food meter is like really nice as well. So I like my roommate too. She was saying like she really liked Sunhaven when we played it yesterday. So I think we really enjoyed it a lot. We didn't even get to download the mods yet. I'm like sniffly because I sneezed earlier. Jesus Christ. C19. Have you tried the Stardew Valley tabletop board game? No. What is the... There's a tabletop board game? Like what kind of board game is it? At first it's annoying with energy and stardew. Yeah, like energy and hunger and stuff. It's just like such a pain in the ass, right? It's like, I don't want to have to deal with that. You told me this was a relaxing game. I am not relaxed. I'm stressed. I'm stressed out because we have no food. I don't know how to make food. It's not telling me how to make things. But Sunhaven's nice because you don't have to eat. And there's no stamina. There's mana. But there's no stamina. So it was like chill to just like, you know. And it was like the first time I had in a while to just like chill and play games with my friends. I've been playing like Valorant with my friends sometimes. But like usually it's not for a long period of time because I have to like do stuff. I'll usually play like, you know, we'll play like 1 Swift and like 2 unrated, and then I have to like go back to work or whatever it is. So it was nice to kind of play just something chill with friends for a bit. It's been a while since I've done that. Should be the same as the online game, just offline, where you have to like build stuff. How does that work with a board game? Wait, you don't get hunger in Stardew? Oh, I guess it's just for stamina, because you have to like keep eating for stamina, right? Okay. This goes back here. I'm a little worried though, because I feel like this can fall off really easily. The shiny part. Oh man, the sun! It keeps coming and going and my eyeballs are like dilating. I can feel my eyes dilating. C6. Like we were like kind of making fun of the Sunhaven character sprites in the beginning because they look like the aesthetic is like very like late 2000s MMORPG / forum RPG game. Like it has like, I feel like I made a Gaia character or something. See, it fell out! What am I supposed to do about that? So we're making fun of it, but actually I think it really grew on me. Wait, what am I, how does this stay on here? It just sits there? The heck? Do I have to glue it down? Really? It just sits there? Oh man, I hope it doesn't pop out. That's not great. I don't love that. Yeah, but my roommate has dinner plans, but when she comes back, I think we're gonna try to play more Sunhaven tonight. It'll be nice. Although I do have some work I need to do today. So maybe I'll try to... Well, we'll see how long I stream for because I do want to finish all this, building all this today. But I'm not going to line it because I want a gray panel liner. So we won't line it today. Which means I might get it done soon. Because we're basically done actually, I think. Just have to make the backpack now. It looks so nice. A6. Yeah, I want to use a gray panel liner. I don't like the way that black panel liner looks on oh, A9 I mean. On white. On mostly white Gundam. I think it looks nice on like main character Gundams that have like different colors in them, but when they're like mostly white, I think it's like too much, you know? D24, 25. Where does this go? Oh, it goes up very tight up here. Huh. There we go. D125. It looks cool as is. I agree. But I do think panel lining really adds a lot to it looking more polished. We'll just do another stream where I panel line it. And A18. Oh, it's so bright. What's the Cronus thing? Cronus, thank you for asking, is our first original song for Symphoria. All of Gen 1 is singing in Symphoria. And it's gonna be an original song with an original music video in all 3D. I've said it before, but it truly is. I'm not saying this just because it's us, but it is probably one of the most high quality productions that I've ever seen from a VTuber company in terms of 3D. It's actually insane to look at. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it, because the quality is just insane. I've never seen that level of 3D animation and stuff with VTubers yet. So it should be pretty hype. If you guys haven't seen the trailer already, it is on the VNU official YouTube channel. So you can check it out there too. Yeah, it's gonna be in 2 weeks, so is there merch? No, there is not. Unfortunately. It's just something that merch is just something that VNU does not value much yet. Hopefully we can change that in the future. Maybe if you want merch, my biggest recommendation is please buy the existing merch that we have, our standard merchandise. The link is in the description box down there. If you want merch in the future, that's what you have to do. They will not give us merch until we have sold a lot of merch and have made a lot of money off of other merch. So if that is something that you like, please support it in that way. I am begging you. Standard goods success, yeah. So the better that the standard goods do, the more likely we'll actually get other merch in the future. So put this here. This here. How's this one looking? It's looking a lot cleaner than this side. Okay. This goes here. And this goes here. C11. B. C11. Okay. We're almost there. But yeah, if you guys are not familiar with what's going on with Cronus, the VNU official Twitter is putting out a bunch of teasers for it. So be sure to check them out. I've only been retweeting my own tweezers. My own teasers because I don't want to like spam you guys. Because you guys know otherwise I'd retweet everyone's teasers. But I try my best on Twitter to not spam as much as possible. So that's why I haven't been posting about all of them. But Cronus is an original song. It is. It's an original song with an original music video, all in 3D. It's gonna have an original dance as well. And it's sung by all of Symphoria, so Gen 1. Kokone is really fucking sexy in the music video, by the way. Also with original outfits that you guys have already seen as well. But they really, she's always like, no. They really amped it up. Like, even Kokone, we were in the call when we were watching it, and even Kokone, we were all like, oh my god. We were all literally like, our reaction was just like, oh my god. It's Kokone stands are gonna be eaten really good. That's all I'm gonna say. I just look like me. Which is fine. Lofi also looks more like mature than normal, which makes sense because it's kind of a more mature song. But yeah, Kokone. Whoever did the 3D modeling for Kokone is definitely an Omega Kokone simp. Like all of her poses and dance moves in that are very It's cool that this one comes with a stand though. Looks pretty rare nowadays. Cause not even the aerial came with a stand. I think I want to make... What do I want to make? I think I want to make the shield. I'm gonna go for this kind of pose. Kind of similar to what I have the aerial... Oh! I forgot there's no wrist articulation here. I don't know if I want to make the broomstick because it's like a two-handed weapon. I want to do the kind of want to do the shield. I guess I will make the broomstick to stick on its back though. I'm gonna make the shield and the gun. C21. Oh, I saw like a shadow in the other window. It scared me. To anyone. You gotta bring me along. It's 21. You saw your X shadow. What does that mean? What is an X shadow? I just saw like it was like a bird or something in the other window. It scared me. Is X shadow from like Yu-Gi-Oh? You made your Calibarn ride the broomstick? Oh, I'm getting so hungry. I think there's leftovers from yesterday that I can eat. It's for lunch. I think it's just leftovers, so I'll have like meat. It's like some kind of meat and rice. My roommate is going out for dinner with her family. So I'm just gonna have leftovers. Maybe I'll order something later. I'm trying not to order out so much though, because obviously it's like expensive. Did you see the new Liburisu? I don't think so. Which one is that one? Which one is the new one? A16. I also had boba yesterday and the day before. But I want it again today. Okay, but to be fair, and a couple of the girls were in VC with me. Like, who was it? Zion, Suri, I forget who. Coconut might have been there during this time. I also ordered boba on Friday or whenever, and it came with no boba, and I was incredibly upset. It was just milk tea. I love milk tea, but I really wanted boba. And I was not happy about it. And then yesterday, my friend that was going with us to the Sonic concert, the friends that were coming, they brought boba, but it was too early for me. I had just woken up. I woke up kind of late yesterday. I woke up at like 3 yesterday. So I slept in. So when they brought boba, I didn't want boba. Like, they were like, oh, what do you want to order earlier? And I was like, oh, can I just get tea? So I had tea with no boba in it. 24. So even though I got boba twice this week, I technically didn't even have boba even once, right? Cat, are you picking up what I'm putting down, Chad? Therefore, I deserve boba. I guess. What do you mean you guess? You're supposed to say yes, Leora. Of course, Leora. You're supposed to say you always deserve boba, Leora. Oh my god. You should get boba right now. Here's $5 million in super chat so you can buy yourself. Kidding. I'm kidding. Go get that boba. We are boba. You wish you were boba. You wish you were boba. Okay. Leora, how much is boba? Definitely not five. Oh, I mean, definitely $5 million. No, it's hard because like when I get boba online, it's like, you know, because I have to pay like the dasher and stuff. Cause I'm like, you know, door dashing it. I'm not. Actually, recently I've been switching to Uber Eats. Do you guys have a preference? I like prefer Uber Eats, I feel like. They have better deals. It's like $7 for the boba itself. Recently I've been doing like a buy one get one free deal at like Uber Eats. And I'll get one for me and one for my roommate. And it's like $7, but then I have to pay all the other fees. 25. Boba bribery fund. Thank you, Ocrafius, for the super chat. Not quite $1 million, but you know. I appreciate it. I'm just kidding. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You don't actually have to send me money for boba. I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't eat boba anyway, honestly. But like the last time, because you know I'm ordering boba and because it's a buy one get one free, even if I get one for my roommate, it doesn't meet the quota. Actually, even last time I even got one for her boyfriend too. It still didn't meet the quota of like the minimum. So I had to also buy takoyaki. Which, you know, like is a win, I guess. I mean, I didn't eat it. I gave it to my roommate and her boyfriend instead. But I don't want to make the broomstick bits. Oh, they look so tedious. All right, here we go. A13. You don't have Uber there anymore, really? Like, it'll have the same restaurants, but the Uber Eats will have like buy one get one free deals, and I'm just like, don't mind if I do. You know what I mean? Buy another boba for yourself to meet the quota. The thing is, boba is like not good the next day. Because what happens is the boba starts just absorbing all the water, and then it just like gets like the boba texture gets nasty. And you guys know I'm like a texture hoe. I'm like very picky about texture. I'm really, you know, that's something I really realized about myself this year. I did not know that about myself until this year or last year. This year / last year. I'm very much realizing that I am extremely picky about texture. I'm not picky about food. I'm picky about texture. And I really like chewy textures. But I really hate when it's done poorly. I love that. I love that. The meme that's like, if you're gonna call me a hoe, you better put Kage after it. And it's like a girl in like a Naruto like graduation gown or something. That's me. I need someone to make like a meme edit of that quote, but with me with a Naruto headband. There's so many memes that I want to make, and then I'll try to like make them, and then I'll forget that I want to make them, and then I won't ever make them. Even though I want to make them. I had Kokone send me a bunch of stuff for like a meme template that I was doing, and then I never got around to making it. And now it's buried away somewhere. It was like a Mega Man meme. That one cracked me up. Oh, if only I had all the time in the world. The Librisi you meant was Anavada. Oh, I don't think I've seen that one yet. I actually haven't finished season 2 because I was waiting on like seeing if I could do a watch along, remember? And then it was during a time where like I wasn't really allowed to like do stuff on my own, like my own content. And then everyone watched it. And I was like, oh shit, everyone already watched it, so I guess I can't do a watch along. And then I just never got around to watching it. I usually watch a lot of anime with my roommate nowadays. Sometimes I'll watch alone, but usually I'll watch with my roommate. She hasn't seen the first season of Witch from Mercury, so obviously I'm not gonna watch the second season with her. Can we still do the watch along? I mean, we could, but I think everyone's already seen it, so I don't think it'd be a very good watch along. Are you gonna panel line the kit? I am, but I don't have a gray liner, so I need to buy a gray liner. That's why I'm not panel lining it on stream right now. I'll probably line it once I get the gray liner. I'll line it on stream like another time. I also need to finish putting on the fucking decals on my Shinaju-stein. So maybe I'll just do like a lining / decal day, which honestly kind of sounds like a nightmare, but someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. Oh, the Anavetta is a manga exclusive. I see. I haven't seen it. Feel free to send it to me in the Discord. And I'll check it out. I haven't been on the Discord recently because I haven't been on the PC much lately. Yesterday, I was on the PC and I played Sunhaven, but I didn't like look at anything else. I just logged on for Sunhaven and then we played and then I logged off. And the day before that, we were so busy with the VR collab stuff that I didn't have time. Basil, thank you so much for the super chat. And I guess for the boba. What do you mean you guess? But thank you. I will go buy some boba later. Only because you guys told me to. Only because you guys super chatted. It'd be wrong for me to like not get it, you know, because then it's like I've wasted your super chats and I told you I was gonna, and I'm like breaking promises, and a streamer breaking promises couldn't be me, you know what I mean? So I guess I have to get boba, you know. It's like not like, you know, not because I want to or anything, not because I want boba or anything, because you know, understandable. You're not supposed to say understandable. What do you mean understandable? Don't enable my bad behavior chat. Wait, low battery. Wait, my phone's on low battery. Why? It's plugged in. Is it not plugged in? Okay, wait, you're gonna have to give me a sec. Wait, what do you mean it's low battery? Is it not charging? It's not charging. Why isn't it charging? What is this connected to? What do you mean it's not charging? Ugh. Wait a second. I'm tangled in cables. Ow. Charging now? No. What the fuck? Maybe it's the type of cable, but this cable's so short. This cable's so short. It's not charging. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I think I need to just buy, I think I just need to buy a new cable. Because the cable that I'm using right now is the one that I was using for the... I mentioned it earlier. But the USB-C cable that I'm using was for this, and this doesn't require a lot of power. I think I'm using the same USB-C cable, and it's just not enough power, I think. So I need to get a new charger because I have the one that came with the phone, but it's too short. This is the one that came with the phone, but it's too short. It was not gonna reach. And I don't have an empty wall socket. So, man. I need to buy a new cable or something. I don't really know. I mean, I gotta figure out like how to get USB extensions. Well, see, the thing is I am using a USB extension. But I think the cable maybe, or the USB extension is not giving enough power to this, even though I have it. I think because it's on an extension, I'm assuming, is why it's not getting enough power. Which is not great. But I have another charger that I'll try. I'll see if that is better. I don't know if it's the cable or if it's the extension. That's the problem. If it's the extension, I just need to buy a really long cable. It's not good. Well, the more you know. It's the first day using it, so we're learning. A4. We'll see how long we can go with the model. We'll see how long we can go. And if we can't go for very long, then I'll just end stream because I can go eat. And we can just continue another time. I'll have to figure out stuff. I have a lot of work I have to finish up today too. And I'm gonna play Sunhaven with my friends later, so it's probably gonna be my day. I might do a gorilla tonight depending, or I need to figure out my stream schedule for next week too. But I want to do like a proper super chat member reading because we have a lot that I missed over the last couple days since I haven't been reading them during streams. You guys hear my neighbor? What is he doing? What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. He's just being really loud. Do you hear it? Like smacking sound? I don't know if you guys can hear it. No? Okay. Well, that's good. It's getting filtered out of the mic, but... It's weird because this, like, mic filters out the weirdest thing. Plab, shut the fuck up, chat. This mic filters out, like, the weirdest things because, like... When I was checking the VOD for the collab I had with Non, and, the audio was fucked. I thought it would be okay, but the audio was like actually fucked. So I don't really know. Oh, this has stickers. 27 on the bottom, 28 on the top. Yeah, I don't know. My neighbor must be like building something or something because he was doing that all morning. Heard like hammering and stuff. Please. I like have to hold my breath when I put down stickers. I swear to God. Stickers stress me out. It's like the most stressful part about Gunpla building, I swear. Stickers and then some panel lines. Not all panel lines, but some panel lines. It's so hard to see anything. Stop sticking onto my thing. I can't see. Trying to show you guys it on stream while also doing it is just really difficult, to say the least. But yeah, I know you guys mentioned like they opened an anime in LA. So you guys know I live far from LA, but that's like even further, I think. If you guys are familiar with Los Angeles, it's like in Torrance, which is like really far. I haven't been to Torrance in like... Actually, I was there kind of recently because I have family there, but... Torrance is like really far. I really want to go though. It looks cool. My friend was showing me pictures. She was showing me pictures of like her friend who went. And you know, she lives in my area, so she was like, we should make a trip. But we were like, oh god, driving all the way out to Torrance just for anime? Like, I don't know if that's worth. Have any of you guys been to the new USA? I think it's their first Animate store in the US, right? Fucking stop trying to pick it up! Just move it. And it looks like they have a lot of VTuber stuff, which is really cool. It's in Torrance, which is west of Los Angeles. I hope they open more animates in the US, but I heard that everything is marked up from Japan prices. And it's they have a lot of like, I mean, but this is the same as Japan anime. They have a lot of like Niji Sanji stuff, but not as much Hololive stuff. But that was the case when I went to Japan too. I'm gonna cry. This is so hard to do. Wait, give me a second. I'm just gonna do it off camera because doing it on camera is just too difficult. Basil, thank you so much for the super chat. I think this adds up to Boba. Vices are good in moderation. I appreciate it. Thank you. It is a vice. Boba is my vice. Like anime is Hololive place, Kotobukiya is Niji Sanji place. Oh yeah, when I went to Kotobukiya, there was no Niji or Hololive stuff period there when I was there. But every anime that I went to had like huge Niji Sanji displays and like barely any Hololive stuff. The only thing that I saw at Animates was like they had like a Pecora Year of the Rabbit collab. And that was about the only Hololive stuff that I saw at Animate when I was in Japan. Yeah, the Kotobukiya in Akiba is like one of my favorite. You know, I'm realizing now, I think this is supposed to go to the end. Like, it's supposed to go all the way out here. But for all of them, I've been putting them here. But, it's too late now. It's too late now! The deed has already been done. I can't undo it. This is just my life now. And now they all have to be even, so they're all gonna go there. Oh, one more. These are the ones that are done. If you guys want to look at that, I'm doing them off camera because it's difficult to do on camera. It's a lot faster if I do it off camera. Stickers are so stressful. Every time I look at my Shinanju Stein Verka, I'm just like, one day I'll do those stickers, but today is not that day. Every time I look at them, I'm like, God damn those water decals. It stresses me out. But now that I have the like Mr. whatever setter and whatnot, maybe it'll make it a little bit easier. Would you ever apply stickers with chopstick? I think chopsticks are too thick. It's too thick to get into like crevices like this. It wouldn't fit in here. Hanging out with you like this is really nice. I'm glad. I feel like it's been a while since we've been able to like just hang out with, you know, just you guys and me. Either like an event stream or like a collab or me having like a talk, so I can't really chat about like other random shit. I kind of fucked up on this one, but that's fine. No one will notice. Damn ants. I know. Luckily, the ants haven't come back to my office at all. They're not here. My bedroom, however, it's still a problem. Also, I tried a lot of the methods that you guys recommended, and it unfortunately did not work. I don't know if these ants are just like fucking built different or something. Or what. Some ants are built like mofos, yeah. There were like suggestions of like vinegar. I think also a lot of the big issue though is that I bought taro liquid ant bait, which has worked really nicely for me in the past. But I think the batch that I got was bad. I think the batch of bait that I got was bad and it wasn't working. I would open it and they wouldn't be attracted to it. It was very weird. Which before, you know, I just put it even nearby and they would like go towards it. But this time I'd have to like spill it on their trail to get them like remotely interested in it. which felt sus. So I feel like it's that batch that I got. But I don't know if I can do anything about it. Like, I don't know if I can contact like customer service about it or something. You know what species of ant? I have no idea. But it's fine. Right now I'm just not feeding my cats during the nighttime, which they're not happy about. But because normally I have like an automatic feeder go off. But I just removed it from my room. Ugh! My neck! The sticker is giving me neck problems. Oh no, it's so poorly lined up. Can I remove it? No. I hate this. The one time I don't want it to be stuck, it's stuck. Like, anytime I want it to be stuck, it doesn't want to stick, and every time I don't want it to, I'm gonna have to just cut it. It's not cutting! The sticker is too strong. What the fuck? Alright, well, I ripped it off. I guess that works. This tweezer is also shit, so. Okay, 2 down, 2 more to go. Sewing needles? Oh, maybe I should do that. I should have some sewing needles somewhere. Like, this fits in here nicely, so it's not a problem of it sticking, it's a problem of if I... Sometimes it sticks too well. But otherwise I can like push it in nicely, which is nice. So I like using this. Also has like the 2, you know. Cat eats ant for extra protein. You know, so that's what I thought in the beginning. I was like, you know what, they can just eat the ants, it's fine. But after a while, the cats kind of stopped eating the food if there were too many ants in it. I think they know. Maybe they associate it with like being infested or something. So if there's only a couple ants in there, my cats will eat it. But if it's like too many ants, my cats will not. Okay, last one. Ah. Save me. Okay, last one. Stop! Alright, this one also is kind of fucked, but not as bad. Okay. Oh my lord. Oh my, that was not a fun time. I'm pushing it down with my nails just one more time, just so they don't like lift. To make extra sure that they are there. Okay. Oh lordy. You did it. Thank you. It was a lot of suffering. B31, A6. Oh. No! Get back on here. Okay. B. $31. Time to sweep the floor. The broom. It is the witch from Mercury. I wish they gave her a cool witch hat too. Do you paint your kits too or just snap build? I just snap build and panel line. Maybe one of these days we can try painting though. One of these days. We could do like a how to paint and I'll learn how to paint. It is a lot of work to set up a station that would work for that I could also stream though. And that is part of the problem is that I'm a little bit limited on space and resources and stuff, so that's why it's not super easy to do either. You do all your snipping like Boba box so you can sweep the box and pour the nubs into the bin. Well, that's what this Yu-Gi-Oh tin is for. But right now I'm cutting it just close to the thing, so there's nothing falling off. There's no fall off right now. So I'm okay. Put this here. Can I recommend a brand? Well, you guys can recommend stuff once because even if you recommend me something now, I'm not gonna remember. I can recommend it once I actually decide to do it. I need to like figure out the setup. And like I said, I have a friend who has the airbrush setup. T-Pal. He told me I could just borrow his stuff, so he might have paints and stuff that I can just borrow. That way I don't have to buy everything. But we'll see. I have to figure out if I could even do it in the first place. You'd airbrush over hand painting? I feel like that's probably better to airbrush. I mean, I guess I could try hand painting, but I do not trust myself to hand paint. Oh, it keeps falling off. Why? Okay, wait. Give me a second. This doesn't want to... I feel like hand painting, it just doesn't like I don't have like the attention to detail for it, so it's not gonna look as nice. Is it supposed to go in all the way? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to figure out this fucking diagram. Hand painting needs patience. Yeah, and you guys know I don't have that. This goes... What? What? I must have done this wrong. Somehow. diagram makes it look like it's doing... Doing... I don't know what it's doing. Maybe something like this? Maybe not. I don't know. It's so weird. Okay, wait. This was like this. This was like this. Then it wants me to touch this. Well, that's what it says. Well, that's not what it looks like here. Oh, I see. Maybe it's supposed to be more like this. Okay. Oh, does she not have a separate gun? It's just the broom gun. I see. So you want to do something like... that. Okay. And then I make the shield. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to pose her. That's still pretty cool. Broom gun. And then we're gonna... Yeah. And then we'll get the shield. Ah, man, I want it to be lined. It'll just look so much better lined, but that's okay. We'll get to it. A10. See, 13, 14, and 16. Man, I want to go to Japan so bad, you guys. I want to go see, you know, the idol group that I really like. They just got new members because a bunch of girls graduated, like 3 girls graduated, so they got 4 new members. Which is crazy. Actually 5 new members? No, 4 new members. And I really want to see them in person because remember my Oshi graduated? My Oshi also graduated, but she graduated because of a scandal. It was like a hot mess. She was dating her fans. And yeah, like plural fans. So, and then, which is like, you know, like that's her prerogative. That's like, you know, if she wants to do that, that's fine, whatever. I don't judge. But also the problem was like because she was dating multiple of them, which is the problem. I think if you're dating your fans, like whatever. But if you're dating multiple of your fans, like, you know, that's not great. And one of the fans, he finds out that she has been seeing other fans. And so he is not happy about this. So he does like a whole like twit longer thing where he exposes her and their DMs and he says like, look, she's been dating me and I know she's dating other guys too and blah blah blah. And yeah, it was like really bad. And it was, what was the grossest part about it was, you know, I don't care if idols date. I think that's fine. But what the worst part was about it, like the guy that like, you know, exposed her or whatever, he like had that whole like fucking nasty ass, like he had that whole like yandere take, not in like a hot way, in like a nasty way, where he was like, I'm doing this for you because like I love you, because like you need to know, like blah blah blah, like I'm doing this because I love you the most, and because like blah 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 blah, and like, you know, it wasn't like a, oh, I'm so upset that this happened to me, like I hope that this doesn't happen to anybody else, so I'm gonna warn people about this. It was like a, like he was just like a fucking crazy person, where he was like, this is for your own sake, I'm doing this like for you and for our love, and like blah blah blah, and like I hope you know that I loved you the most, and blah blah blah. It was like really crazy and scary, and I was like, whoa, people really be out here being very crazy. But yeah, so obviously she got terminated. It's funny because I actually don't think I think her termination, like there was a lot of talk about, like, because there was a lot of things being leaked at this time. It wasn't, because I don't think they're like barred from dating either, because she had told her manager that this was happening. But I think the issue was that, like, because it was like a huge deal on the internet, and like the guy leaked all this stuff and whatever. I think that was the issue, and that's why she got terminated, which is really sad. But I'm doing this for you is an annoying face. Yeah, no, it's really disgusting. The whole thing was really like crazy to watch unfold. And like I said, like her dating her fan, that's like her prerogative. She can do whatever she wants. It's not good that she was dating multiple fans. That, you know, obviously you shouldn't be doing. But ultimately I was like, you know, whatever, that's like her decision. But like the crazy fan that like exposed her and was like, I'm doing this because I love you, I was like, you're a fucking crazy person. Like, you are literally a crazy person. She was young too. She was like, bro, she was like 16. That was like in her idol intro. She was like, I'm 16 years old. I was like, I wish you would not say that. I get that that is your appeal to some people, but for me, that is not. I wish you would stop saying that. But you know, just like a Japanese idol thing. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the guy who posted all this was also not a minor, just saying. So there was that too, and I think that was part of the problem. Anyway, so lots of idol drama. It's a bit different than VTuber drama, but sometimes it's kind of similar. And that was my Oshi. So I was like, okay, well, time to find a new Oshi. And then so, because I still really like the group a lot, I was like, oh, you know, she's been like my second pick, so maybe I'll start rooting for her. And so I started rooting for this other girl, and then she graduated. And I was like, great. All of my Oshis are graduating. This is awesome. But now there's like I said, there's 4 new girls, and they're all really cute. Actually, 5. No, I'm right. There is 5 new girls. 5 new girls, and 2 of them I'm not really into, but the other 3 I'm like having a hard time debating between. I've been really like into one of the girls, but I'm trying to like go in with a sound mind, because I feel like I'm also really influenced because the company is like not pushing her very much. Like in their new song, she had like half a line. She had like half a line in the entire fucking song. And then so I thought, and then in the other song that they sang, she was fucking auto-tuned. She was auto-tuned to hell. So I'm thinking I'm thinking she can't sing. Maybe she's just not good at singing. Then I saw the live and she's really good at singing. And the girl that they gave all of these lines to is not good at singing, which made me really upset. Made me really angry because it just feels like they're pushing that other girl who's not good at singing. They're giving her more lines because she's really pretty, which is fine. But also, my girl, who I like, is like good at singing, and yet she's not getting any lines in these songs. And the girl that they're pushing a lot, she's really pretty. The one that can't sing very well, she's very pretty. Don't get me wrong, she's very pretty, but she's also really young, and I think that's also why they're pushing her. But the girl that I kind of like, she is older. She's not in her teens anymore. So but I'm trying not to be blinded by circumstances. I try really hard to think more about, like, do I like this person as like like their personality and their appearance and their abilities and like them as an idol, as opposed to like trying to base it off circumstances. Anyway, so but I've been really leaning towards her a lot because I feel bad for her. I genuinely just feel bad for her. I feel like she's getting shafted and it makes me really upset, and it makes me want to root for her more. Which, you know, again, I'll have to wait for their next live video to like really give a determination. I try not to pick my Oshis willy-nilly. I need like time for it to like sink in. There are certain times where I feel like I'll watch a group and I know who's my Oshi instantly. But right now I think I like too many of them, and I am feeling like I need to like come into this with a sound mind, you know. I know this all sounds really silly to you guys, but this is like very important. Picking on Oshi is serious business, okay? And I really don't like Oshi henning, which means like to change your Oshi. Like I really try not to Oshi hen if I get into a group. So it's important to me, and I'm trying to give it the space that my mind needs, and I'm trying not to be charged with emotion when picking my next Oshi, because I want to pick them and then like commit. I want to commit for the rest of their careers, you know what I mean? Oshi hand? No, Oshi hen. H-E-N, from like henko, which is like to change. Or henshin is like, you know, if you're into Kamen Rider, you know, that means to like transform. So the character, the kanji for hen means to change. Where does this go? Like this. Yeah, I like to commit. Okay, I like to choose an Oshi and I like to commit. And you guys know I'm like the kind of person that goes all out on my Oshis. Like I don't like to be half-assed about it. So I want to make sure that the person that I'm Oshiing is like someone I'm going to go all out on. Have I seen them live before? I have, but I haven't seen the new girls live, which is why I'm like so tempted to go to Japan right now, because I like feel like I need to see them live before I can make a decision. This is very important to me. I hope you guys understand that. That this is like, idols are one of the reasons why I'm like still like alive, you know what I mean? So this is like a really important thing for me. This sticker is fucked. You know, it doesn't look great, but I'm gonna have to live with it. Your dedication is admirable, thank you. I can't show you the picture. Oh, I can show you the picture. Well, I don't know, maybe it's taboo to show her face. But I can show you the Polaroid. I have another one that's me and her in it. This one doesn't have me in it. It has my name on the bottom, so I can't show you the bottom. But this was my Oshi before. So this photo and the photo I have with her in it are like some of my most prized possessions. Yeah. I look at it and it gives me strength even though she's graduated and she's no longer here. But yeah. That's like next to my desk. I always look at it. And it has my name on it and it makes me think about when she wrote my name and the conversation that we had, and it makes me very happy. Oh god damn it, I did this out of order again. Well, she's still alive somewhere, yeah. Well, that's true, but she's not an idol anymore. She probably can never be an idol because of the fact that she left with a scandal. Which is fine. I hope she finds peace wherever she is. Maybe she'll be a VTuber. Because then she can hide her identity, you know? I mean, people will find out probably, but you know. Shadow Liger, thank you so much for 15 months of membership. Have you looked at the MG SD Gunpla? I have, and I'm very excited because I love SD Gunpla, but I don't like the quality of them. So I'm really excited to be able to try out the MG ones and see if I like those better. Let's put this here. All right, I think, well, we'll line it properly. We'll line it properly once I get the gray liner. I think it'll look so much cleaner with the line. It looks really nice as is, but I think with the lining, it'll really bring out the best of it. It looks a little plain without the lining. I mean, it's very clean though. It looks so good. Look at her. The pastel too is like chef's kiss. This is such a beautiful kit. It's such a nice kit. And the, you know, even the broomstick looks really cool. Just a very, very cool kit in general. Very cute. The colors are great. They use just really nice colored. Again, from the aerial kit too, the clear glass with the sticker underneath, or the clear plastic, I should say. It's just such a nice touch that really elevates like the look of it. It just feels like expensive, you know? Gogone! Thank you for the super chat. Don't mind the super. Wait, why are you supaing me? Wait, what's going on? Why are you supaing me? What do you mean don't mind this super? Are you trying to like use me as, are you trying to test your luck by sending me supa? Is that what you're trying to do? It's not gonna work. And if it does work, you're just sapping, you're sapping my luck, by the way. So don't do that. Don't worry about it. What do you mean? It's a test. She's also streaming. Oh, wait, what is she streaming? I didn't know you were streaming today. You're done already? It's been 2 hours. Well, I had half of it done last time and I didn't line. So it's a lot faster if I don't line, obviously. And I had already half of it done. Is Coconut Canadian? Yes, she is in Canada. I believe everyone knows, but Kokone, Surrey, and Sion are all in Canada. So if you guys see their super chats or stuff, it's gonna be in Canadian dollars. And yeah, it's Californian dollars. True. And then I believe the rest of us, we're in America. We're in America. Lofi's in Korea and Amoria's in Korea. I think those are all. I'm not doxing anyone because those are all just open facts. Canada's a myth like Australia and New Zealand. I want an Aussie. Where's our Aussie VTuber? I want one in VNU. I think Australian accents are so cute. one day we'll have an Aussie. And then I'll finally have a reason to go to Australia and visit them and not be afraid of spiders. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat now. It's been 3 hours? Wait, that was like the fastest 3 hours of my life. Wait, are you kidding me? Wait, what? It's been 3 hours? Huh? What? I'm like genuinely shocked right now. It's been 3 hours. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's crazy. I feel like I just went into like a hyperbolic time chamber. What the fuck did I do for 3 hours? What did I say for 3 hours? But we're gonna be doing the here, let me put her to the side really quick. She's not standing on the stand very well. She keeps toppling over. Can I make the stand wider? How do I get her to sit on the stand better? Maybe I can do this. No. This is it's not the best stand. Can I like widen this? No, this is as wide as it goes. Oh, well, that worked. Whatever it did, it worked. We're gonna be building our guy. Black War Greymon next! Woohoo! I think what we're gonna do is I owe you guys a 24-hour stream. So I'm gonna try to link it with this one, and we're just gonna endurance stream this bad boy for 24 hours. I think we'll definitely get it done before 24 hours, but part of the 24 hours will be building this guy. I think that'll be really cool, and we'll just like do like a endurance. I don't know. I've never built a figure eye standard though, or a figure eye standard amplified. So I don't know if that's like I'm giving it too much time. It looks complex though. Like if you look at the kit, it looks very complex. So I don't know. And then if we have extra time, I have a whole backlog of stuff to build. I still have my Liger that hasn't been built. I have to panel line the Calibarn, and I also need to finish the stickers on my Shinaju Verka. I have, what else is in my backlog? I have the metal Garurumon figure eye standard, not amplified. That one. And then I also have we still haven't built Liburisu, so we have, oh god. We have Liburisu, and then I have also this Shinanju SD that I want to build. Our backlog is big, so we'll probably just do like a 24 hours of Gunpla. I think that'll be super fun. Maybe I'll also open some Vanguard boxes or cards on stream. Maybe I'll buy Pokemon 151 and we can open some of that on stream too. I don't know. I think it'll be fun to do like a 24-hour like silly little HANDCAM or whatever stream. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks for hanging out today. I hope you guys had fun. Will it be on a weekend? I will try to plan it on a weekend, but I think it's gonna be like a Sunday, Monday, or a Friday, Saturday. So we'll figure it out. But there's been a lot of stuff happening on Fridays. Like we have 2 weebs in a pond on Friday, so I have to kind of like plan around it. Anyway, I'll try to find a good time for it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'll see you guys maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, whenever it is. I hope you guys had a good time. I definitely did. You guys know I like to get real with you in these Gundam streams, so I hope that wasn't too jarring. I know I kind of break the fourth wall a little bit here. Your immersion! But I hope you guys had fun anyway. I'll see you guys very soon. I'll post my schedule soon. Don't forget, Cronus teasers are happening all throughout the week, so be sure to check out Twitter. And also, don't forget that we have 2 weeks in a pod happening this coming week, and then we're gonna have another week because we missed this last week. So check out the edited version on Mita's channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye! Where's my ending? Bye-bye!